I think it's safe to say, well, many people may agree, in fact, that it's hard really to help, particularly if you're working for the ex-royals known as the Sussexes, and in particular Meghan Markle. You see, she sees herself as someone, according to a very well-placed source, who is literally the font of all knowledge, knows it all, knows how to market herself, knows exactly what the public want. Yet really, when you look at her resume, it's very sketchy to say the least. And, you know, everybody talks about her Hollywood career. There was no Hollywood career, but clearly she sold this very hard and very, some might say brutally, to of course the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry. Hence the reason they keep making these ill-advised mistakes. And their latest was there for all to see during that particular interview with the CBS Sunday morning show, which used to have a very good reputation. Some people might say now, basically, could be, as the phrase goes, markled. As ever, let me explain. Very good to see you today, and as ever, thank you for your time. Welcome one and all brand new subscribers. And by the way, thank you for enjoying the recent videos on Laurel and Hardy in Great Britain. Fabulous stories. If you haven't checked it out, do have a look at that. And also the forgotten superstar of London, C.H. Simpson. It's a wonderful story because, as I often say here on the show, people have done everything long before us and you forget, and it's nice to see that really what we have are the same things but with just new technology, you know. I mean, if they'd have had these things, they would have done the same things. But I often wonder, and I think this, and I'm sure lots of chums who are watching this on the show believe it, I think advertising in particular was more inventive before. It captured you, didn't it? You know, like the cereal packets for children and stuff like that. Now everything's literally a screen, and if you're not on there, well, you know. Back as ever though to your royal story of the day. Nice to have your company anyway. Listen, let me explain this. This is absolutely fascinating in many respects because, as I say, lots of people have tried and failed to help Meghan Markle. You know, whether you like that particular previous PR company, Sunshine Sachs, that they signed up with at the original tenure when they went off to be independents, you know, you have to feel sorry for them because I'm sure they tried their very best to do exactly what Meghan wanted, but it was never clearly enough. Now fast forward, of course, and she's come with a brand new sort of incentive, or whatever you want to call it, once again all about her charitable work linked to the Archwell Foundation, one that they were so interested in. They only do, what is it, 1 hour a week or something for the charity. That's how invested Meghan Markle really is. But here's where it gets even more diverse because, as you can imagine, CBS felt, well look, you know, we're invested in this, we're going to send one of our best reporters out to do this, let's see if we can capture a big audience. And again, you know, Meghan insisted on these things, as ever we have to say allegedly, but it's a funny thing, isn't it? If somebody's wiser, worked in television a lot longer than you might sit down and think, okay, we'll give that a go. Now, apparently, CBS were looking to put this out in the fall, as our American friends say, the autumn, because obviously people are on holiday at this time of year. You know, they're busy, they're out on the beach, going on trips, all that sort of stuff. So they felt they would get a bigger audience come September. No, Meghan's team insisted that it had to be on this date. We all know why, don't we? Because it's her birthday, and what better way to launch some incentive like she did with the 40 times 40 a couple of years ago to huge success on her birthday. Now, they couldn't get her off this at all. They said, look, we feel we get a bigger audience, we can do more marketing. No. It had to be that. And again, I think this is fascinating in her stupidity that she won't bend on these particular rules. But they were proven right because the show has been an absolute ratings flop. Other shows have done far better for Sunday morning, even without all of that exposure. And more importantly, what's really interesting is people say, oh yes, but it's the clips. Yes, the clips do well, but they don't generate enough to make the programme. And now one might suspect that CBS, who were possibly looking at doing a follow-up to see how this has developed over the next few months, are now, well, shall we say, thinking it over. So maybe if Meghan had listened in the first place and thought, actually, they maybe do know something, maybe I should follow their lead. No chance of that happening. And now perhaps yet another venture left out in the cold. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.